Ready? Okay, today we're going to learn the halacha if you're allowed to eat while you're wearing tefillin. If you're allowed to eat. So we'll start with the Gemara. The Gemara Brachas Daf Chav Gimel Amud Beit says like this. Omar Rav Yitzchak, Hanichnas l'sudas kva. If you're going to eat suuda, which is meaning sudas kva, it's not just a te'ima, just tasting something. You're eating a full meal. Choylet tefillah. First you have to take off your tefillin. Then you go to eat your meal. Ufliged Rav Chia, the Omar Rav Chia, and it's the disagrees with the opinion of Rav Chia. The Omar Rav Chia, manichon al shulchanoi. The machlekes of here definitely have to take over the tefillin. The question if you leave them out of the place where you eat, or you walk in, let's say, to the kitchen or the dining room where you eat, you take it off and put them next to you by your table. V'chen hodurla, according to Rav Chia, you have to put it by the table. V'ad emos, how long you're gonna take off the tefillin? I mean, when you're gonna put it back? Omar Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak adzman bracha. According to Rav Chia, you're gonna say birkas hamazon with the tefillin, and according to Rav Yitzchak, no, you're gonna have the whole meal, including birkas hamazon, without your tefillin. But l'maisa, they both agree. That's what's gonna get to us, that you cannot go to a full meal with your tefillin. Okay, now the reason for it, why you're not allowed to eat the meal with the tefillin, Rashi brings Shema yishtaker b'suuda v'yizgane b'tefillin. The reason not because the eating itself it's a bizoyan, it's a disgrace for tefillin. No, those days they used to wear tefillin the whole day. They used to work with tefillin, talk with tefillin, eat with tefillin, as long as you remember that you have tefillin on your head. But the problem was during the meal you might have some alcoholic beverage and might get drunk. That's why, and you can get, that's already bizoyan, that's already disgrace for the tefillin, to get drunk with tefillin. That's why the Suda, they said, don't go in with tefillin. So that's what the Gemara says. Now, the Tur bring the Gemara the way we said. Again, I'm not going to the Kuda according to who is the halacha, whether you bring the tefillin with you or you leave it out. What's negate to us right now, because if you're allowed to eat with tefillin. So the Tur brings anichnas l'sudas kva, cholzen al manichan ala shulchan. Okay, Pascal Rav Chia, that you have to bring it with you to the table, and adzman bracha. Before benching, you're going to put it back. This way, you say bench with tefillin. Again, talking about this man that they used to wear tefillin the whole day. So, what the Beis Yosef adds on this, what we just said, the Beis Yosef adds, "Umashma de la'achilas kva davka tzorich l'cholzan." Only if you go to a full meal, achilas kva, a full meal, that you have to take off your tefillin. Aval lo la'achilas aroi. But when you're eating something, an achilas aroi, meaning even eating bread till kabeya, or eating just some mazoinus, or eating fruits and vegetables, or drinking a coffee, it's achilas arai. You don't have to take it off. So I said the Yerushalmi says like this, then the Poskim, the Mordechai, and the Rambam. So according to the way we see from the Beis Yosef, you cannot have a full meal with the tefillin, but if you want to have a coffee or drink water or eat some mazoinus with your tefillin, it's no problem at all. Because the whole idea was Shema Yishtaker, you might get drunk. You don't get drunk over a piece of mazoinus or drinking coffee. Now, in the Shulchan Aruch, it says the same thing. I'm reading from the Shulchan Aruch. That, by the way, it's in Siman Mem, the end of Siman Mem. Hanichlas l'sudas kva cholzon menucha l'shulchan azman brocha because of menucha aval achilas arai and tzarich l'cholzon. He is emphasizing again what he brought in the Beis Yosef. Achilas arai, if it's not a full meal, you don't have to take it off. Something the Biur Agro. The reason I bring all this because we're going to see there's another opinion over here. Something in the Biur Agro he brings over here. He brings that Yerushalmi. He says B'Shem Rab Abba Oichel Ba Machilas Aroi V'en Oichel Ba Machilas Kva. That's so all of them. The Beis Yosef, the Biur Agro, and the way he passed in the Shulchan Aruch that Achilas Arai. You allowed to eat with them achilas arai. And by the way, something that's how the Ramah doesn't say anything about the Ramah masking with it. Then the Levush, the Talmud of the Ramah, he says the same thing, and he summarizes the whole halacha. I'm going to read it inside. I mean, he brings the lashon of the Gemara and Rashi together. So you might become shikar during the meal. You take it off till Birkas Hamazon. אבל אכילס ארעי אין צורך לחולצון שאין שכרוס שכיח שם. So it says clearly, not a permanent meal. You're allowed to eat it with the tefillin. You could have coffee with the tefillin. You could have mazoides, because there's no shichrus over there. Okay. Now the only thing is, it looks like there's no problem then. Have coffee or water or whatever you want if it's not a full meal with your tefillin. Comes over here the Mishnah Berurah and he brings from a sefer. Shulchan Shloimeh says, "B'sefer mistabek de'efshe dezu davka miyum shemanichon kol hayoim." The shaila, if you could have the eating during achilas aroi, that's to those which is those days they used to put tefillin the whole day. So say you're going to go for you need a coffee, enough to take off your tefillin, doesn't matriach yourself. He says, "Avol loy mishadarkel laniach b'shas krishma utfila." By us, since we're putting tefillin only b'shas krishma utfila. So in the Mela, maybe by us it wouldn't be appropriate, according to this Sefer Shulchan Shloimeh, to have it. You want to have a coffee, take off your tefillin, because you anyway have to during Krishna or Tefillah, not the whole day. So if after davening, let's say you sit and learn with your tefillin, so take it off before you have your coffee. Same thing. The Aruch HaShulchan writes from his own name. He doesn't bring from that Sefer. He says the Aruch HaShulchan says, "V'nireli the ledidon." Lo nochen gam achilas aroi betfilin. L'didon. So that's how we bring. So it comes out according to this, like this. Again, according to the Gemara, Din of the Gemara, according to the Tur, according to the Shulchan Aruch, according to Biur Agra, it's no problem. Achilas aroi. If you want to have a coffee with your tefillin, it's no problem. From Aruch HaShulchan, the Mishnah Berurah mashma, it's better not to do it. Now, the lashon of the Alter Rebbe, he adds one word on the Shulchan Aruch and mashma clearly what is shita legaba having a coffee with tefillin. With the Shulchan Aruch it says aval achilas ara en tzorich lecholzon. That's the lashon of Shulchan Aruch. The Alter Rebbe add one word to it en tzorich lecholzon klal. What's the klal? Meaning there's no chumrah to take it off. There's no problem at all. Mashma. Otherwise, why eat the word klal? Bechlal, there's no chumrah. You could have it. Now, to bring to the both shittas of it, whether it's appropriate now or not, because we're not putting tefillin the whole day, I just bring the Kaf HaChaim, which is it's like makes up shorbat in all the shittas. It's like this. Kaf HaChaim says, "Miu tzorich lizor me'oid sheleasiach daita mehen," meaning like this. Even when you're going to go with the shitta, with having a coffee or a shtickle mazoinas with your tefillin, definitely don't have hesach hadas, and that's true even without drinking or eating anything. If you have a tefillin, you have to have constantly think of your tefillin, constantly you can't forget your tefillin. So according to this, like this, somebody wants to be machmir for himself, gizen to read. Don't eat and drink with tefillin now. But if you see somebody else doing it, it's not a pasheya. You should know yeshlam al mashi yismoichu. But if they do it already, you don't have to have kalos adas with your tefillin.
Could for sure be an issue to have a l'chaim like.
Oh, very good, very good. Thank you. I wanted to mention. I forgot what you. So it comes out many times we have davening. Let's say mazoinus and l'chaim for a yortzeit or for an event. It comes out that stuck over there. Don't go with the tefillin over there because. You might have a l'cham, you might get tipsy, you might get. It's not definitely not. That's not. But to have if somebody wants to have a water, a coffee, a shtikum with this tefillin, it's absolutely according to many, it's not a problem.